You got mail. Dun, 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 dun. Opinions are like assholes, and everybody's got one. Somebody's getting on my nerves. Somebody's getting on my nerves. Oh, see, look, it's doing this again. Why does it keep doing that? Hi, Ian Watts. How are you doing, Ian? Still playing music? Can you hear me? I don't even know. Well, oops. I think it's going to kick me out. Stay around. I'll come right back. Or wait a minute. Let's see if I can. I don't know what is going on with it. It's getting to be summer where you are. Hi, homeless in America. What are you having for dinner? Alligator? Crocodile? Kangaroo? Koala? Sorry, just kidding. Just kidding. Hi, homeless in America. I know I already said that right, didn't I? No, really, what are you having for dinner? Well, Ian said he was having dinner. You didn't have any dinner, homeless in America? That sucks. That wasn't a fart, by the way. That was Velcro. I feel like I lost something. I was just wondering what, like, the food of choice is in Australia. I was kidding when I said, kangaroo. It was a joke. I'm pretty sure it's not. Oh my god, I hate this. I have a pocketbook and I can't find anything in it. Oh my god. Unbelievable. Pocketbook, can't find nothing. Mm-mm-mm. Steak and veggies. Vegemite sandwich? No, sir. I'm just being a. You know how, like, people are stupid and they think that if somebody lives in Australia, they might know somebody that they know that lives in Australia, even though they don't. I'm just being silly. How are you? Well, you know, yesterday I had my appointment with my oncologist, and, um, for, the results of all the tests, which I had already gotten the results, but, to have a talk with, the guy who's been treating me for the last 3 years. And, it's not curable. But, I don't know, like, what went through my head was, like, of course, everybody asked the same question, I'm sure, and asked him, am I dying? Right? I don't even know, like, should I even, like, you might have just been wanting me to say, I've been fine, and then, like, let it go from there. Here I am really going into it and stuff. Maybe I shouldn't. You know? What's not good? Vegemite? Hi, coward. Well, the thing that went through my head was, like, we're all dying. Everybody's dying. Everybody's gonna die. It's not like he said, oh, you got this much amount of time to live or anything. I mean, there's probably some people who do more living in, like, a year than some people do in a lifetime. You know? Absolutely. And absolutely. I remember, like, when I was 22 years old watching, I've told this story before, so if it's boring for anybody, I'm sorry, but I remember, I was working a good job, but it was, thank you, Darren. I believe in miracles. Hey, you sexy thing, you sexy thing. Um, And, I was, 22, and I don't know, I was like feeling sorry for myself because I like quit on the spur of a moment, a job, like, you know, just laying on my couch watching Phil Donahue's 20th anniversary special. And Ryan White was on. I don't know if anybody knows who that is, but he was one of the first, like people with AIDS that got it, contracted it through a blood transfusion. He was a young kid. He was a hemophilia. Thank you. Um, and he went through a whole lot of stuff, because people weren't like familiar with it and everything. He got it from a blood transfusion. So this particular show, at this point, he had already passed away. But on this show, it was an audience of his peers. So he was about 15 in this. And a kid said, if you could choose to, be who you are with the disease and going around and making such a difference and teaching people about it, or if you could choose to be just, a regular teenager without the disease, what would you choose? And he said, well, of course I would choose to not have the disease. He said, but it's not an option. He goes, this is the hand that life dealt me, and I'm going to play it the best way I know how. And I remember feeling such shame in myself. 22 years old, perfect health. I sat right up off that couch. I said, wow, yeah. It put some things in perspective. So, what will go on is I'll, can carry on with um, maintenance, and probably survive a very long time. That's what I seem to think in my mind. That's what I want to manifest. Exactly. God does decide when somebody dies. That's why he really was happy about the crucifixion. He wouldn't like allow, them to decide that, you know. Yeah. But I could get eaten by a panther. Well, and on the flip side of that, um, in the first bout with the cancer, I did, the aggressive like chemotherapy, like 6 months, I think, right? They only started toning it down when I was getting really, bad neuropathy and stuff. Oh, come on, Colin. But the fact that you miss her and are talking about her, Anne, is giving her eternal life. You're giving her eternal life. That's what eternal life is. Because nobody knows, like, oh, so somebody go, people go up to heaven and live forever. I don't know, maybe, maybe not. But right here and now, if, say that's, say that she's watching right now, and she read that sentence right there. Man, maybe that she couldn't have, because here, let me tell you something, Anne. So here I went and did the chemo, right? And then they say, oh, it's not chemo responsive. Then I get, they do the surgery and say it was zero margins, and they even removed the port, Uh, and I'm thinking, okay, right? Now he tells me, so I've been taking this anastrozole, and he says, so you can stop taking that. It didn't work. Ain't that some shit? So did the 6 months chemo, and then it's not chemo responsive. So spent that time, you know what I'm saying? Sat here taking, they were so hard-headed about the scans. They really were. They were just hard-headed about scans. But when I went to when I had appealed to my, other doctor, he kind of moved fast on the scans, and that's why it got caught this time. But I thought it was so early, but actually, it's stage 4. Was she scared of doctors her whole life? Plus in England, right? Scary too. Or Australia. So scary. Did it go through her family? It's just, it's so terrifying, like it's terrifying, but it's even more terrifying, like, okay, so think about somebody with cancer, right? Getting a diagnosis of cancer. Imagine sitting somewhere and all of a sudden getting a pain in your chest and all the signs of like a stroke. Imagine that. Scary as shit, huh? Imagine all of a sudden, like, you're at the bank teller, say, I got a really bad headache, and boom, aneurysm. How old was your mom then, if you don't mind me asking? Man, I know. I just like I've got such torn feelings about holistic medicines, real medicines, um, knowing that you have it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always like, maybe if people didn't know they had it, like, but then again, based on what Coward just said, right? Coward said, and, and it is in the Bible. It does say that God decides when we leave. So wouldn't that mean that doctors really, right? Oh, 35. Wow, that's young. Wow, that's really young. Were you a baby? Wow. All I can say is for the short amount of time, it sounds like, were you young when she passed away? And you still remember her enough to miss her? It sounds like you had like you knew her. Like it sounds like you're speaking of, that she lived up to old age and I never would have guessed that you had lost her early. That's amazing. Then you know what? There's nothing more that woman probably like for as for being a mom, imagine being a mom that was never ever replaced with clear flashbacks. And you never, it wasn't like, you had a step, I don't know if you did or you didn't, but that's who, man, she was top notch mom. I really do feel like it's gotta be, every day is just gotta go day by day. Like, no offense, Cindy, I'm really not doubting about your heart surgery or surgeries or anything like that. At this point, I've seen you lie so much about me and be so just cold and cruel. I wouldn't believe anything that comes out of your mouth. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean I'm going to doubt you. I'm just going to say la vie, can we just like part ways? Aw, I've been missing my mom too lately. I think we all think we all can, I did do some research. I was looking into that, like, they've been doing the studies on marijuana and the cannabinoids, is that what they call them? Since, like, really long time ago. And in the 70s, they were doing, these studies. But what I've noticed a lot on when they're, see, I've done, thing is, Tower, I'm fucking leisurely. This is so much bullshit. I just want to go back to working a job I love, which was, like I loved bartending. I loved being around people. It went fast and wasn't the same every day. I enjoyed it. I just, I'm like, what the fuck? I feel like this is like a full-time job without the pay. What with the Rick Simpson oil? Oh, working, you're saying? Well, yeah, but my father's side of the family. Yep. But then we had that, I mean, yeah. Nobody on my mom's side, my father's side, though. Oh, yeah, working I'm fine with. But the whole what were you saying? You were just saying researching? Right. I'm talking about, like, yeah, the research. Yeah, but he's saying, like, it's best to make the Rick Simpson oil, but anytime I fucking put something up about any of it, you got these fucking idiots saying, oh, now she's begging for pot. It's like, I'm not begging for pot. And another thing, Jules, seriously, first of all, I didn't say you called the cops on me 3 times in Christmas week. I did not. I don't know why Karen Mann keeps saying that I am Ashley in NetNet's live streams. I never even see NetNet's live stream. Never see them. I'm not on. I'm not watching. I never see NetNet's live streams. No offense. I am not this Ashley. And the fact that, like, okay, Karen. Jules, they gotta stop with the whole PEDEO stuff. They gotta get some fucking proof. You can't just go around. What if I got eaten by a panther tomorrow? If I got eaten by a panther tomorrow, right? I would immediately, my story would be out there. Oh, this lady got eaten by a panther, right? Like, people don't normally get eaten by panthers, right? So then they'd look at my YouTube channel and they'd see everything that was going on, And then people would be like, oh my God, look what these bitches were doing to this poor woman who was fighting cancer and then she got eaten by a panther. You just never know what might be somebody's claim to fame. Want to know something else that kind of like really irritates, because they'll go, oh, she's always, doing this, doing that, and I'm really not, and I try, and I do, I really give it the old effort to not, but disclaimer, I do not own all the audio contained in this video. Commentary, entertainment purposes only.
She herself is guilty of, right? Well, and that's where
everything I say,
it baffles me, and that's where I really started thinking about things more. When she started going hardcore at Tish, and she mentioned you in her live that she did the other day. Again, like you're not.
Cindy, have you seen Tisha's community posts? I did not mention Tish's mother. I mentioned about the fucking calling corporate. I mean, I didn't take video clips and mix them together to fit my narrative. I didn't do that. I'm busy.
It's like constantly bringing up something, and she's like, I don't want to do commentary, but then she'll play stuff with my, what I really want to do is, if you guys really want to hear it, then, you let me know and this and that. Well, keep playing it, keep doing commentary, girl, I mean, how much more proof do you want? Because here's the thing. It's only going to be a matter of time before people really start saying, hey, we would like to see proof of how you're doing,
Proof of how I'm doing. Wouldn't just saying to me, hey, SG, how you doing? Maybe, sound a little, less antagonistic. I mean, see proof of how I'm doing? The fuck is that supposed to mean? I'm breathing. You want me to prove it? I don't get it. Like, Cindy, it's only a matter of time before you figure out how ridiculous you sound. The first time and the second time. Proof of how I'm doing.
Hey, Elliot, how are you?
What? What do you mean a matter of time? They've already been saying that.
I don't know if she knows her behavior is disgusting and unacceptable. She says all the time that she questions the legitimacy of you and Gracie Bama.
No, I don't all the time. I don't say that all the time. Where? Where, Cindy?
I'm like, she's only speaking to, again, the behavior. It's not about the answer.
Oh my God. The behavior.
No, a narcissist never sees their faults, Carrie Ann. You're absolutely right. No. I mean, trust me.
Yes, Carrie, man.
I have a lot of experience dealing with people like that in my life, unfortunately. And
tell us about the other.
How to deal with that kind of crap,
Times.
And I've always tried to create a really, positive environment here. And again, I'm talking about it because it was talked about once again on hers, and so I have to bring it up.
No, Cindy. If you look at every one of your live streams, you're talking about me. Maybe for the exception of one or two. I saw Sharon made a community post saying Kimberly and KFC aren't allowed in her room anymore. Jeez, oh, Pete, Sharon. You need to stop. You need to be grateful for your friends instead of thinking that you dictate them. You're not grateful for their friendship. You think you own them. That's why you call them your people. That's terrible.
Because this is where I'm not going to, just let it go. You know, and
why aren't you gonna just let it go? Why did you just blame me for being a certain kind of way, but just admitted right there that you're not letting it go? Now, you know I'm got my own issues, things going on, right?
You had already said you weren't going to let it go. About the fact that I'm an alcoholic, I'm a cokehead, and I'm not.
Yeah, and I said that for the exact reason you said I said it, because they say it about me. I don't really mean it, and you know that.
That's what you were saying. I'm not a good mother. Okay. And then now she wants to negate that. You know, now she's like, well, did you?
No, I'm not negating that I said it, but I said it to be facetious, and you know that.
Really have this many open heart surgeries? Yeah. No.
It's not about how many open heart surgeries you had. Well, it's not did you have them. It's like, Cindy, you're saying you had one a year.
That's okay. How many? Yeah, she believes that she's not in the wrong. But then does she really? I mean, or is it just like projection or jealousy?
Yeah,
I mean,
jealous.
I know that sounds weird.
Jealous?
Like,
Maybe. Not jealous, but, you know, I think it's great that you have twins and you're in a household where there's, you know, noise and it's noisy. And I'm sure on the flip side, you might like silence sometimes, right? But for like medical sicknesses, that's sad, man, for you to even think that.
and you know, I share my story because it makes me here. It makes me a mom to my children. If there wasn't, I've always looked at everything with the glass half full. My perspective on life, my perspective on everything was always very positive, glass half full. And my perspective on life is still so positive. It's just a little different now. I can't quite explain it. It's just it makes you appreciate things even more so. You know, with being faced with such adversity and literally my children never possibly even being able to know who I was. You know, and that was a very real possibility. You know.
And Cindy, I feel for you.
Very much more real than me being here. Let's put it that way. You know, and you know, for her to rage about things because she's pissed that I called her a grifter, and then to start saying that I'm a terrible mother, and I.
For me to rage because you called me a grifter.
Didn't even be allowed to be around children. I mean, really? Like, who are you to say that? You know, as far as I'm concerned, I'm absolutely supposed to be here. I know I'm an amazing mother, and there's no question about it. You know, if that person wants to just start spewing hate again, you know?
No.
Thank you, Susie. I appreciate that.
No. But for 8 months, you've been making videos now. You can see it coming on, and then now it's all like just boom, done. You're on a fucking tangent now.
Check it for a second. Yeah, right. I know that is good, and he does create miracles. I mean, he does. He works miracles, you know. And there is. I believe in the power of prayer. Tracy is a miracle, and she is a warrior also too. You know, she really is. She's fighting, and you.
Do you see how obvious it is that you don't want to say positive things towards me and what I'm going through? That is that's the bottom line right there.
You, again, not you, myself, having been through so much like this. Why are you undermining my journey? I can't imagine someone having been through life-altering disease not once but now twice, and this is the way that they behave. I think it's absolutely. How about you? 8 to 10. Oh, PT, is that what it is? Heart transplants, and this is how you're behaving. It was so weird. I mean, it was so weird to just look.
Cindy. You should do commentary. You should have done commentary on my entire last live stream. Because although I'm sure I did address you in that live stream, it certainly was not Cindy. And then I wasn't even live yesterday, and then I hadn't come on till now, today. My cat moves too. Right out of your mouth, you know? She calls me a grifter. Yeah, calls me a grifter and doesn't even, like, say, that's probably wrong to say that or something. Doesn't even say that.
Just walk outside and breathe fresh air. It was just, I can't explain it other than it was fear, you know? I mean, my equilibrium was so off, like.
What happened the other 5 times?
Oh, cool, okay. Okay, good luck with dyeing your hair. What color are you dyeing it? I'm curious.
And she never talks about, like, the other, 5 or 6 times, between that time. Open heart surgery.
And that's it. I mean, I was knocking on death's door stuff. And so it was really, it's hard when you have to talk about it. Like, it's not hard to talk about. This is really the first time I've ever encountered somebody really questioning the legitimacy of it.
But I'm not even questioning the legitimacy of it, Cindy. I wasn't even doing anything to you. Like, I wasn't even talking about you or anything. Next thing, you're, like, having these live streams calling me a grifter, saying you're not going to stop. You're calling things out. I mean, I like Ben Shapiro because he's a Jew. I'm hurting Colin's borders. I don't even know anymore. Like,
yeah, me too. And I'm not here to get upset about it because I know what happened to me. So, like, I'm not gonna rage about things.
Me neither.
But it makes me very angry at the end of the day because I just can't imagine if you're going through something medically. Like, my own feeling is that I always believe everybody. I mean, in the sense that I'm not gonna question.
Okay, so then why are you calling me a grifter? What's the problem here? Why are you calling me a grifter?
So I might say it's one thing and it could be, but I'm not questioning any of that.
Why are you calling me a grifter then?
So I guess I'm just catching up in the chat here. Yeah, Sharon, I mean, gosh, I think one of them, there were just there were many moments that I had that were just such, like, eye-opening experiences. I mean, having been in ICU, in the hospital for almost a month.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. With 5 open heart surgeries, or 8 to 10, over the last 11 years, wouldn't you have more experiences of that to talk about? And then the next time it happened, and then the next time it happened, and then the next time it happened, and then the next time it happened. Like, wouldn't you have more, times where by now you'd be like, I'm not picking on anybody with a medical diagnosis. I'm so grateful to be alive. That's how, I don't get it. I'm not sure.
I mean, it was like ICU, and I'm in like a critical ICU unit where they have to wear the hazmat suits when they come in. I mean, there's just so many protocols that have to take place.
That to me would be the last thing. I don't know. The hazmat suits? I don't know. I mean, I believe the hazmat suit, yeah, but what about all the other times?
Because I was so healthy my entire life. I was so healthy during my pregnancy. So my body was able to regain so much more on its own because of always taking care of myself. Exercising. And
okay, but you said 5, then you said 8 to 10. You said that's what I was doubting. Now, I wasn't until you kept saying I was.
eating correctly, getting the correct amount of sleep, not like being an alcoholic or doing drugs like I'm accused of, I mean, if I was that kind of person.
Not being an alcoholic or doing drugs. Now that doesn't make sense. So you were not being an alcoholic or doing drugs, but you've gone through 8 to 10 open heart surgeries in 11 years? Or is that null and void now?
Then I would have never been able to read it.
So, do you get it both ways? Do you get the sympathy of 8 to 10 open heart surgeries and you're a miracle? Or you were able to bounce right back because you ate right and exercised and weren't an alcoholic and a drug addict, as you like to imply I am.
Bitch.
I do want to say the only reason why I'm doing this is because I'm not raging, I'm not intimidated, I'm not getting so stressed that it's making me sick. If anything, it should be making people sick that are seeing the behavior that I'm showing these people doing. Like, none of that stuff that she said jives with the story of what she tries to run with her Cash App going along the bottom of the screen. So don't call me a grifter, Cindy, because I'm not questioning you. And I'm pretty certain if I did, it wouldn't be quite the way you're telling it. But mine would be. Okay? So, walk away. Now, here's another woman. This woman here, straight from the Congo, she is actually playing a live stream of, I don't know, some man in the background. And her chat were talking and responding as if it was my live stream playing. So we see they've gone a step further in their, I don't know, mental illness, whatever you want to call it, delusions. I am not sure. Clearly, she's playing a man live stream.
Oh, what's up? How's everything going? How's the clean road? Like, how's the road to success? Like, I don't care about your fucking road to success. I don't care if you're fucking drunk, if you're fucking high, if you're fucking not, if you're fucking clean. Like, I can do that.
She's so compassionate.
I'm at least woman enough to do that. Like, I won't have to go at it like that on a level.
Who is she playing?
Then you have to go into that, start digging in that Santa sack, and start trying to find shit, because, that's that, dried out all. Then, okay.
Does that sentence make sense? I don't know how to slow it down on this particular thing, but let's just really, listen really close here.
Go into that, start digging in that Santa sack, and start trying to find shit, because, that's that, dried out all. Then, okay.
Words to live by. Words to live by.
I just don't like people that try to do that shit and then come back and then be like, girl, I'm sorry, I should have never said that about your family. I didn't mean no harm. I didn't mean no this. I don't. Just leave me the fuck alone. That's it. That's all.
Now, does anybody know when the last time somebody spoke about her family, was? I mean, I don't know. I don't. Surely, if anybody knows, let everybody know so we can, say, yes, this woman has a valid reason to talk about a fanny sack and, just like that.
Like your thoughts, everything. Meditating.
He's even talking about it.
Then, okay. I just don't like people that try to do that shit and then come back and be like, girl, I'm sorry. I should have never said that about your family. I didn't mean no harm. I didn't mean no this. I don't. Just leave me the fuck alone. That's it. That's all I ask.
Nobody's talking about you. Nobody's even talking about you in this video. Like, who is that guy?
Don't talk to me. Don't talk at me. Don't talk with me. Don't talk against me. Just leave me the fuck out of your fucking life. Period. Rather you're breathing, meditating, just leave me the fuck out of your life. Your thoughts, everything.
Could you imagine somebody meditating to her?
I know that sounds harsh, but
You hear the guy in the background, right? Now, I don't know.
that's just how I don't like doing that. I don't do that with people. Like, once you draw that line and you cross over it, that's just it. Stay over there. Yeah, basically. I know it sounds harsh, but that's just how I really am, you guys. I know,
I think we're getting the picture that you're really harsh.
lost ties and I cut ties with a lot of people. Just, yes, like one guy just here recently, like, I'm not going to go into that details because this is my personal life now that we're talking about, and I just, but yeah, sometimes you just gotta do things like you gotta do it. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Enough is enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diana, I'm praying for you, girl. I'm so praying for you guys. Diana, you and Christine and Amy, I know Amy's been sick, you guys. And Carrie Ann.
Carrie Man has a bad case of arm hair.
Show them what I do. So, thank you, Mary. Don't never say thank you, Mary. Thank you, Mary.
What?
Unlike some people, because she knows I'll bash the fuck out of her. I don't need her to show me what she does on camera. The way she acts, we already know what she does.
That's a guy.
Look it up, you guys. Do your research.
Yeah, look it up. Google it.
Where's yours?
Yeah, where is it, fuckers?
I did my research. Where's your research?
Where is it?
Come on now. I already figured these people out.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Who is that she's playing? They don't want you to figure them out. I'm not gonna be fake either, you guys. I'm not gonna be fake. Hell no.
Who are you playing? Stop talking. Who are you playing?
I'm not gonna be fake. Like, look, I don't have to respect you. I'm not gonna like you. There's nothing that's out here.
Isn't she so nice? It's just a nice human nature about her.
Says I have to like you or respect you.
Just stop talking.
If you fucking want to make up with me, you should have never fucking started with me, period.
Who's she talking about?
Then we would always been cool, but no, I'm not the type of person.
Who is she talking about?
You gonna sit there and talk all this mad shit, do all this fucked up shit. No. You gonna say all this fucked up shit about me and my family. This goes for anybody, period. If you already know you don't run your damn thing.
That's when you know you're just an aggressive person. When you're fighting people that aren't doing, like, there's nobody coming at her. There's nobody coming at Mary. There's nobody coming at Cindy. There's really even nobody going at Sharon. But, I guess, but who knows? Maybe she didn't really even get arrested. They're just telling us that. That could be a lie. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, who the fuck is this bitch even, like, so mad at? She's so mad about something that doesn't exist. While the whole chat is just talking about me. That's not even me playing in the background. I don't understand that. I don't understand this.
Then you better know, just don't fucking come back around me, period. I don't care who you are, where you're from, how you are. It doesn't matter your ethnicity. It doesn't matter, period. I don't care your height, your weight, proportion, nothing.
She needs anger management, man. She's just mad at people just to be mad. She doesn't even know what she's mad at. Does anybody?
I don't care what you look like, any of that. Nope. And people have emailed me and tried to call me on the sidelines, like sending me messages and like trying to send me, these messages and having people trying to hit me up.
I wonder
like,
who that is.
It sound like that. Like, I don't have to bash you, and you don't have to bash me. Okay, well, we can.
I wonder who's emailing her. Clones, probably. Probably Maxine. Crystal Love. The dumb bitch.
You're not dead yet. YouTube, thank God for letting me post this community. All it takes is one dumbass to send me some money and I'll go buy me this weed. And whatever dope is my choice, man. Everything else, I mean, that's just bullshit. All y'all doing is seeing her fucking happen. And you know what? She's just gonna sit there and smoke that meth and it's gonna keep her up all night.
That's the result of me talking about the Rick Simpson oil.
And then she sits on YouTube for 10 fucking hours talking shit about everybody all over again.
Yeah, because my live streams are 10 hours long.
Let's forget about the fact that you supposedly got this illness that's killing you. Who's she talking about, herself? But we're just gonna do a live stream for the next 10 hours and bash the fuck out of all these people, including their fucking family. So, that's a
Isn't she whacked? That's not even happening.
guy in the background talking. Why does she keep acting like she's listening to me or something? I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, you could be right, Callie.
We're gonna be great people. And we're gonna hope that people just enjoy that type of shit, right, you guys? Because that's just type of
You know what? You're probably right. Because they're on the road, maybe, or something, and so she can't drink. Yeah, you're probably right.
that these motherfucking clowns enjoy, right? They like that shit, right? We're gonna sit here and listen to this shit. We're gonna tear down the walls of many people. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking phony baloney damn fucking people. That's a guy. This is idiotic fucking people. This is insane. What the fuck? Yo, if this live stream just abruptly ends,
You see? She's acting like there's something like that she's playing that is me, but it is not me. That's some guy.
I am down to one. But that is not me. What is that? Fucking 1% on the battery. So I am letting this right out.
Carrie Mann could be Munchie. I wonder if Carrie Mann is Crystal the Nappy.
Yeah, thank you, girl. I appreciate it. All they do is make fun of the fact that I drink, which I'm the one.
I don't care if you drink. Why would I care if you drink? I don't find anything wrong with people who drink. Quite like them.
There's a lot of scriptures about that, but that's for another time. I did also want to read.
The reason why I recorded that was because I thought it was weird that prudently, when she said the enemy at the table, I thought she meant, like, metaphorically, like a disease or something. You know? That they've got their table and it's all set nicely and stuff, and they're in abundance, but the enemy is there too, you know? And I was thinking, like, metaphorically. But then she says, you know, and there's the enemy writing stuff, saying stuff on social media, and you just wonder, why can't God just get rid of them? And I thought to myself, wow, prudently, I gave you too much credit. I thought that you, first of all, like, I don't even get it. No enemy here, prudently. I don't hate you. I am not your enemy.
This one, because we're talking about, I thought one, this little nugget of scripture, and we will talk about why our enemies are ringside at our sumptuous feast, right? And
See, I don't get that. Why our enemies are ringside at our sumptuous feast? I thought it was love your brethren, your neighbor. I really didn't like.
okay, so what I wanted to just read from you, it's very short, and it's Romans 8, and it's verse 31. If God is for us, who can be against us? And that's it. It's basically God's on our side, right? So if God's rooting for us, what can happen to us?
That's how I feel too, prudently.
We can still go through trials, but we know we're going to pretty much come out the victor because we have God on our side. And it may not mind, I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining this and explain this right, but sometimes we see ourselves coming through a trial and it's just a totally different kind of victory that.
I don't know. Yours is covered with, lots of sumptuous dishes on a nice Martha Stewart table.
Ends up happening than what we thought would. We thought maybe we were going to get accolades, we were maybe going to get a prize, people patting us on the back, something like that. And then God brings us through this trial, and there's just a very quiet knowing, like God, basically that scripture that says, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." Maybe nobody else knows that you just came through hellfire, and you did a really good job, God. Nobody saw that, but you came through it, and you got that victory, and God just pats you on the back and tells you, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." So I think, when we think of God being on our side and seeing enemies around us, the way we have victory is just going to be sometimes different than how we imagined it, the outcome. Does that make sense?
No.
Sense?
No, because you said at your big sumptuous table.
That's so nice. Yeah.
It didn't make sense. I'm not picking on it, but let's see.
Kind of telling you everything in life that's okay and not okay. You know what I mean? Like it even talks to us. There's a good part in Romans 13 talking about loving our neighbor, which is, let me read. I'm just going to read that. Maybe we need that tonight. But Romans chapter 13, verse 8. Owe no one anything except to love one another. For he who loves another has fulfilled the law. For the commandments: you shall not commit adultery, you shall not murder, you shall not steal, you shall not be a false witness, you shall not covet. And if there's any other commandment, all are summed up in this saying, namely, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Love does no harm to a neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfillment of the law. That's kind of powerful, don't you think? I mean, that's just a really powerful piece of scripture.
I don't know. It depends on what they mean.
Because it's really summing up everything, how we're supposed to treat people. And I'm not saying it's easy. Please. I fail all the time. I mean, it's so hard. Because people are a piece of scripture. Because it's really summing up everything, how we're supposed to treat people. And I'm not saying it's easy. Please. I fail all the time. I mean, it's so hard. Because people are hard to love. I'm probably hard to love. Anybody talk to my family, I'm sure that they tell you all my faults. And
Well,
tell you how hard I am to love. Okay. But, yeah, I mean, come on. Who knows us better than our families, right? Our kids, our husbands, our wives, our parents. I mean, people that live with you day in and day out know your faults, and they also know when you're working on them. So I always hope that.
Then why do you go around telling people I have no integrity and there's no hope for me? I'm a goner. I'm irrelevant.
See me striving to do better in the areas that I have trouble with. And, like I said, we all struggle with that, okay? But it's what we have to do. It's just the way we're supposed to live. I mean, that scripture is pretty clear about how we're supposed to treat each other. And
so how come you say I'm irrelevant? I need an exorcist. Like, why do you say these things about me, Brittany?
Again, not easy, but it is what we're supposed to do. And we all stumble, so don't anybody here think anybody's above another, because we all just stumble, and maybe we've seen each other stumble on here. And once.
I don't think it's just about women. Men do it too.
Maybe we need that tonight, but Romans chapter 13, verse 8. Owe no one anything things, right? And falsities are written about you. I'm trying to give us all something we can relate to here, right? Yeah.
Falsities are written about you. So here's where she I agree with validation, but I'm a big fan of the truth. And she took the metaphoric part of, like, the Bible really does speak in a lot in parables and metaphors and stuff. And she humanizes this enemy at the table.
With us when people are talking about you and you're right there. All kinds of things, right? And falsities are written about you. I'm trying to give us all something we can relate to here, right? Yeah, that's right. Jesus said, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. That's just how I picture, both of them in that way, in that picture. So anyways, he wants us to get to know our enemy, and he wants our enemy to know this as well, right? He wants the enemy to know that we're at the table with the God, in the end, is going to destroy him.
Wow.
God the Father wants.
Now, that is so contradictory to, if you believe in, that Jesus died for your sins, as the Lord your Savior, they are forgiving you. That right there is, I could liken that to inviting the Indians to that nice, scrumptious table. Oh, funny how you're talking about it right around, Thanksgiving? And feeding them poison and killing them, evidently. You are that woman in the movie The Mist that was screaming all this stuff. You are that woman that led the fucking women off to be burned at the stake. You are. You fucking are.
Our enemy to know that, okay? And yeah, I picture him, God making him somehow get over whatever it is and become done.
Now, that was Kimberly. Kimberly, thank you. Not thank you because I think you did something for me. Thank you for saying what you said. Because, Kimberly, amen. I'm going to play that again. And prudently, Kimberly is stating the consensus. This is what most people think.
Yeah, I picture him, God making him somehow get over whatever it is and become done. Well, that's not it.
Now that's huge, Kimberly, that you said that. I can't wait to hear her response. Could you imagine having a big dinner, God being there, saying, no, come. Now maybe they're enemies, but they're not God's. They're all God's children. They've got their own little personal dispute. And she said, and the God is there. She didn't say, and God is there. She said, and the God.
talking about when Satan pulls up the chair. Oh, okay. When Satan.
Oh, wow. I'm talking about when Satan pulls up the chair. Prudently. How's that any different than what you were just saying? So who's the other guys there that were there writing and talking about falsities? Prudently, please.
Pulling up the chair. That's where his destruction's going to come in there. We know that. Even Satan knows that. I mean, he's read the Bible. He's got it memorized.
He's read the Bible. He's got it memorized. True. True. No. Isn't it a nice slow clap? But for Kimberly, all accolades, amen. You said the consensus. That is what most people think, that God would want enemies to resolve. Now, so that was the same Bible study where she talks about loving thy neighbors. And that's not the only place where she gets where she really would like to see God vanquish these fuckers, whomever it is. I feel like it's me. I know. I really think that she's getting a little bit out of control, in my opinion. Thank you, Kimberly, for reeling her in.
As far as our other enemies, all of our different little enemies coming at us.
It sounded like Kimberly said "wow" when she said that. I'm sorry, maybe. Let's hear it again.
Well, no. I'm talking about when Satan pulls up the chair. Oh, okay.
Can we just hear this again, please? Because the more I hear it, the more it reminds me of the church lady. Remember, was it Dana Carvey? No. I mean when Satan pulls up the chair. Not trying to be any kind of way, Prue. Hey. Like your buddy says, it's just parody.
Right there with us when people are talking about you, and they're right there. All kinds of things, right?
Now, I feel like the way she said people are talking about you was really, she really accentuated Jew. Don't you guys think so? Me, the big Ben Shapiro lover. Love me, Ben. Love me. Oh. That's what happened here now. My phone's fucking up. Oh, prudently got lucky. I say no cranberry. Prudently began, no. Satan, eat it.
Right there with us when people are talking about you, and they're right there.
Talking about Jew.
Right there with us when people are talking about you, and they're right there. All kinds of things, right? And falsities are written about you. I'm trying to give us all something we can relate to here, right?
Falsities.
Yeah, that's right. Jesus said, "If you have seen me, you have seen the Father." That's just how I picture,
Get off my sock.
That way. So, anyways, he wants us to get to know our enemy, and he wants our enemy to know this as well, right?
So we can be destroyed, killed. So they trick us into getting to know us.
The enemy to know that we're at the table with the God, in the end, is going to destroy.
The God. the God.
Destroy him. God the Father wants our enemy to know that. Okay? And Paul, yeah, I picture him, God making him somehow get over whatever it is, become non. Well, no. I'm talking about when Satan pulls up the chair. Oh, okay. When Satan.
I'm sorry. I'm picturing it.
He's pulling up a chair. That's where his destruction's going to come in there. You know, we know that. Even Satan knows that. I mean, he's read the Bible. He's got it memorized.
So did Jesus.
As far as our other enemies, all of our different little enemies coming at us, God wants us to pray for them, right? And that's where He wants them to observe us, right? God wants those enemies of ours to see God working in our life, okay? But they're not going to see God working in our life if we don't let God work in our life, which is key. That's the key thing here to take away. We do not let the Holy Father have fellowship with us and
Me too.
invite that fellowship in. They're not going to know. Our enemies are not going to know we have something special.
What?
We're just another person to them. But eventually they're going to see that we are not, we're not an enemy to them.
Alright, that didn't make sense. Okay. Alright. Eventually they are going to see that we are not an enemy to them. Alright. I'm baffled.
No, because you just said the enemy. Paul, I'm going to read this. I'm just going to get my Bible for a sec. Hold on, folks. Yeah, get it, would you? So, Paul wrote this, you know, in the book of Romans, which if you get a chance to read, you know, the Bible, and you've got some little bit of time to devote to it.
Well, this was Bible study. She should have devoted some time.
To devote to it. Read the book of Romans, okay? Romans is like telling you how we ought to live. It's our roadmap almost in a way. I like to think of it, but it's giving you everything.
He brings the wine. No, sir, just kidding. Does not. That's a lie.
And wants you to be in the presence of God, right? But
You know what is so funny? Is right there is what I say. You say God. OMG. Too funny. You're too funny, coward.
it's a lot easier. I mean, you know, God sets a table for us in the presence of the enemies, right? But it would make more sense to me if the table, it was just simply in His presence, just me and Him, right? I'm trying to figure out why our enemies get a ringside seat too. You know, I was like, where is he going with this, right? Yeah, because there's stalkers. There's just a lot of that going on around here, isn't there? You really just got to ignore it.
There's stalkers. You hear what she just said? She'd rather it just be her and God. But other people are there. And they're stalkers. Fucking what the fuck?
Way to get around it. I found you just have to ignore it. People like that just not relevant to my life. So.
All about you, prudently, huh?
You know, I pray for them though.
All about you, Pro, huh? Just like you and God. God. At the table, you and God.
Pray for them, but, you know, no oxygen. You know? But anyway.
Alright. Did you guys hear that? She prays for them to have no oxygen. Is that what Jesus would do? My God.
You know, no oxygen. You know? But anyway, to me, that's that just not relevant to my life. So to me, that's just wasting time. I pray for them though, pray for them, but no oxygen. But anyways.
Wow. This is I'd hate to be that lady's enemy, huh? Wonder who she's talking about.
Even asks, why would God simply change the circumstances and vanquish our foes? Okay, meaning get rid of them, right? Vanquish, just get rid of the foes, get rid of our enemies, right? And why wouldn't He?
The reason why I have a problem with this is because she humanized this enemy.
Why wouldn't He, right? That's not right for him. Right. Because there's obviously a purpose, right? There is a purpose. So the Good Shepherd, you've got that imagery from the Psalm. It's the Good Shepherd who set that banquet table for us, remember? And it's not a rustic picnic with the hot dogs and potato chips, he says. It's, nothing so casual. We're a feast filled with all the delicious foods that satisfy and sustain us. We're dining with the King of Kings. We're having prime rib here. We're having okra and potatoes. We're having asparagus with hollandaise.
Now, this dumb bitch isn't talking metaphorically. Okay? First of all, she'd be ungrateful for the rustic barbecue, which sounded awesome to me. But now, we're gonna have blood-splattered food. But she's not even talking about things in a symbolic way.
Sauce. There is, let's see, we have tiramisu for dessert.
I love tiramisu.
Delicious cheesecake, Hi, chicken winner. Hi, chicken winner.
Is that all kosher? Is that Passover food? Like, what the fuck, lady?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened. Well, you know what? When things like that happen, you know what happens? The devil wants to beat you away. So pull up your chair, okay? Stay with us, all right? Chicken winner, don't worry. Put all that out of your mind and just listen, okay? We'll participate.
Now, I would like to point something out, okay? I just want to point something out. I want to point how, I mean, there's no way these people could have integrity because this is after this Bible study is after Sharon's live stream where she plays one sentence over and over again of chicken winners. Now, I could be wrong, and anytime I've ever put my opinion in, it gets, misinterpreted that, blah, 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 because I didn't see the live stream. But I do know that in the live stream where I was kidding around about my dog barking, and I said, ooh, I must be touching him, that she kept playing that part over and over again, saying that I was touching my dog inappropriately. So what I'm saying is, she lied. She lied. So if I see Chicken Winner, and then the next day I see that she is still supported by people such as No BS, Karen F, Trumps, good people, then I'm going to believe that, and this happened after Sharon's, Chicken Winner says the 15-year-old, blah, 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 right? But doesn't finish the rest of it. I feel like, yeah, that the same way that she was trying to make it seem like I was, doing something to my dog by playing, a 4-second thing. Because I don't think prudently would be all in, saying to Chicken Winner, oh, come in, because I always keep thinking the best of prudently, quite frankly, that's why. And a lot of that is because I don't want to think that my judgment of people is that off. I don't want to think prudently is nothing but evil, you know? But I do think, because I know for a fact that Sharon does fucking just play a little tiny sentence and then keep going with it. It's ridiculous. That So for anybody who, I don't know. I don't know what happened though, but I don't believe a word out of that fucking Sharon's mouth. That's the problem.
Okay. So anyways, looking out at this great things, just picturing you and God, which I can't really picture what God looks like. I have a hard time with that. I can picture what Jesus looks like because I think, we've seen all these.
She thinks he looks like he does in the pictures.
Painted portraits of Jesus or, the Last Supper. So we kind of have this picture of Jesus as a very handsome man who works, right? So, meanwhile, all around us, our enemies are prowling around, watching us there at the table.
I don't believe he was handsome. I don't think they ever said he was handsome. In fact, I do not think they ever said he was handsome. Hi, Jen.
And the battle's still raging, right? We still live in a fallen world with calamities, crises, total chaos. But our good shepherd wants us to know that he's there with us in the midst of the pain and the trials and the struggles. He's right there with us.
Liar. No, so just kidding.
If it's you, is it you? Is it you? Elliot, yeah, that's true.
You know what? Can I just do this without Elliot being mad at me? One time. Because I don't know anybody else named Elliot. And it's totally innocent. It's not even like being mean. Elliot. It's not. Just one time. That was it. I swear to God, I'll never say it again. Well, I wouldn't mind being called Smelliot. It's better than Meth G. Cut me a break, would you? I'm on meth. You guys, I was holding my breath for as long as I could. That was it. I forgot to count. Sometimes I'd be breathing all heavy when I'm mad, like recording somebody, and I'm mad and I'm breathing heavy, and I'm like, I can't even play this commentary. It sounds like I'm like, you know, you know.
Oh my God! Now you're gonna get me all mad thinking that you're. Oh my God! You gotta stop. You think I'm. Oh, Mr. Weber, are you being funny?
I got beamed up. I got beamed up. And now I'm back. I got beamed back. Seems longer. That's how fast it is when you get beamed up to the Enterprise. It was the young Captain Kirk. It wasn't, the old one. I'm not gonna, harbor the feelings. I'm not gonna that I have about the mystery that Marty Feldman and Tiny Tim both were married, and I've never been married. I'm inclined to believe I look worse than them. The Bars of Orion. That's in a song I love, Romeo and Juliet by Dire Straits. Marty Feldman was a looker, wasn't he? In both ways, though, in more ways than one. I mean, nobody looked at you like Marty did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was all like, boing. Handsome. I think it's because I never wanted to settle. You can't tame a wild horse. Tame a wild. One time I almost fell off a horse. If a tree falls in the forest, yes, you can hear it. I need to go on a hot air balloon ride, you guys. Oh my god. Oh my god, let's make my bucket list come true. I'll film it all. My bucket list.
Bitch.
Yeah,
Because
bitch.
I don't believe, how could anybody go through 8 to 10 open heart surgeries? Well, I don't know. Talk to me. Talk to my heart surgeon, because that's how many I've been through. Oh, I can't. I don't even know if they would.
Now, 8 to 10.
Like, when somebody would sound like after that. Well, you're talking to one. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know, Pink. It's not even that I've been through so. Yes, I have been through so much. My going through so much is where my support is lended to. And
Now, that's truly incredible. Really, it is. I'm not doubting it. Why you say I am and making up lies that I am, I don't know.
Hi, Christy. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Well, yeah.
over some Easter
She's
eggs.
been nothing but kind to me, right? Nothing but kind.
I was threatening a child.
Just about the fact that she was. Yeah, apparently she is. Apparently she is, Kimberly. I don't know. She's not really white knighting for her because I don't even know if white knighting is what you do 2 days after I do a live and you make some kind of ridiculous comment in my thing, and I had to like go through it to actually see it. So I don't even know if that's considered white knighting.
Good night, coward. Love you. Sleep well.
It's probably hiding behind the curtains and then trying to say something to support somebody that you maybe like. So maybe that's what it is. But you know what? It was on my page. I didn't delete it. I caught it, and I addressed it in my comment back to her.
Why is she so fucking mean?
I'm gonna go live and I'll talk about it.
Who's that? Cameron, what happened to something?
Absolutely.
My word. Like, why is she so mean to me?
Page and my world in which you guys are in.
What the fuck? Fucking funny. Seriously, like, what the fuck is right?
And said, like, I better be whistling Dixie because she made fun of my nose whistle, which happens sometimes. After being intubated so many times, after so many open heart surgeries, my septum is deviated, and there are times where I have to really sniffle to get through, and the sniffle is a whistle, and it is what it is. I don't know how to explain it, other than that's what happens. And
Well, I know how to explain it. What I said was, you called me a dumpster diving bitch, spoke to me like I had mental issues, when all I was doing was asking you if you believed in aliens. I was having a totally innocent live stream about blue people and aliens, and you were all like, I need to ask you if you're okay. This ish that you have with people, and I was all like, I don't know what ish is, but I just want to know if you believe in aliens. And then next thing you were all up in Sharon's stream saying I was a dumpster diving bitch. And then it carried on from there. And then I said, when you were saying I harassed you about having 5 heart surgeries, which I didn't even know anything about 5 heart surgeries. I knew you had an open heart surgery when you, I try not to be a mean crackhead, Jen. Am I a mean crackhead? I hope I'm not a mean crackhead. But right here, right? This is right after she had done that, come up and been, the vibe of my room. The vibe. Yo, man, the vibe.
she picked on me, and I said, you're medical bullying me. This is a result of my open heart surgeries, yada, yada, yada. And her comment back was, you better be whistling fucking.
What I said was, what I said was, If you had 8 to 10, I'm sorry, it was 8 to 10 at that time, because that was 8 months ago. So that's the same video where it starts off with 8 to 10 open heart surgeries. So it was 8 to 10 at that time that I was doubting, which I had never heard anything about 8 to 10 open heart surgeries. I said, well, all I can say is if you survived 8 to 10 heart surgeries, I'd be whistling Dixie with my nose whistle. Hey, I was trying to be funny and encouraging at the same time. And celebration. If you know what I mean.
Open heart surgeries, yada, yada, yada. And her comment back was, you better be whistling.
Not better be. Dixie. I'm sorry. I am gonna make a few videos of this because, okay, because I gotta point out how they're, all right, they are textbook. The people who have been partaking in all of this, you can tell when they come out of the woodwork. Like now, there's people coming out of the woodwork that were only around during the first bout of cancer. Then they disappeared. They went on, moved on to another, person who fit the target, another target, somebody who fit the criteria. Probably still there, but that's what they do, right? I know a lot of people will find these things hard to believe, but there's people who I have it on good authority. That's what they do. Okay? Tish knows that my issue with her was when she was lying on camera, But I did see, just as of like 2 days ago, I screenshotted it, where she must have been probably being treated a certain kind of way, because I saw Izzy saying something. And then just a few days ago, I saw her, running along with this whole, like, none of them will mention the whole calling Burger King. They are so textbook. They think the more they don't mention it, they believe. Now, in the past, perhaps whatever troll groups and stuff they were in, perhaps their results were as they wanted. The person died. The person got off YouTube with, who knows? At that point, the extent that these people will go to when targeting somebody is. And I don't mean Tish, but I mean in a group. It is bad. It's really bad. I looked at the title of the Mary Mary one, and she says SG is drunk in this one. Okay, there's no way Mary Mary made that video. She played it, but somebody sent that to her, where they had put that much time into, making a video, and never did she respond to the chat, and as it, because I was listening. Some of that shit was from 3 years ago. I didn't hear all of it, but the room was like, oh my God, she's talking about this again? Yeah. It wasn't, though. Now, it was like a medley. I'm inclined to believe somebody put that together and sent it to her and said, this is one of SG's live streams. She's drunk, blah, blah, blah. And she just hit play. And it wasn't one, though. It was a bunch. She might not have even realized it was a bunch. So I will make a series of videos. But what I'll be doing is using their behavior to show the efforts that these people go to, where I could show the same people making the same comments, the same accusations. It's like a clip and paste. Now you got Rourke going around, and he's got to have a clip and paste gallery going on, where he's not even partaking personally, being interested in the chat or responding in any type of way other than derogatory. And he says it as if I'm saying it, like it's me, like as if he's adapted. I've seen them sit there, even in Cindy's live stream today. I didn't see them, but I heard it when I looked. Like, I'll speed through, because it's all the same pretty much throughout. But at the end, I guess she started to get trolled, and they're just all sitting there saying SG, SG, that it was me. Hell no, it wasn't me. Well, how is it, like, possible for them to just, like... I mean, I guess it's possible for them to be stupid, but really... Me. I don't even understand. And they all sit there and they talk to him like he's me. Now, it's the same comments over and over and over and over. Like, it's so fucking weird. It's weird. It's weird. And here's the thing. I'm sure that for a long time, people like this have been allowed, not even allowed, well, they've been allowed, we know that for sure. You're right, Dennis. You're right, and I won't do it again. Like, Cindy, don't ever fucking think that I'm a cancer bully. I'm not a cancer bully. I'm a bad behavior shot caller. Just saying. Sure. Even the people going for their own cancer dilemmas, and Elmer the intern, when did I ever fucking know you? Oh, Jesus. Elmer, now you too. Okay. What the fucking douchebag? Is this... How about we the whole Okay, so I want to answer this question. So we beggars, yeah, we should be able to debate stuff and not drag it out and it be personal. But unfortunately, someone put out information about me that was personal. That was a total lie. So, therefore, there is no debate about it. It was a lie. I do not need cash app, and I do not, again, I do not have cancer. Okay, I don't even know why she is what she's talking about. The last thing I saw, she said she was in remission, and I congratulated her. I would rather have cancer and be able to fight it rather than what's going on with me. So guess what? I can get cancer back. I've done it before. Why are you yelling? Have it. Okay. Yep. Who are you yelling at? I'm sorry. That's all right. That's all right. It's not nice for someone to put out, I didn't put out anything. Information. Carrie Ann, I took her to the grocery store just to show her. Christine F. I was like, what the? I told her, don't bring nothing. Just bring her beauty regimen because she ain't never getting that for Nike. So I said, Gina's in here right now. Gina, you hear that? What
about what they said because
a fun person. Yeah, right.
It was stage 4 cancer. That was the comment.
Yeah, they all do, don't they? All sound fun.
Okay, this is where I want to know. Where did somebody put out information about you? I'm just going to come out with the whole thing. Okay, so I want to answer this question. So we beggars, yeah, we should be able to debate stuff and not drag it out and it be personal. But unfortunately, someone put out information. So Munchie's in there, and this account called Ray Ray, and Amy's like screaming and yelling at this account, acting as if it's somebody else. Like she's saying, "Come in your real name," but I wasn't in there. You fucking dumb bitch. Talk to anyone for saying hello to anyone. Anytime I've stopped talking to anyone is I've had valid reasons, and I will support who I want to support when I want to support them. And Ray Ray, you ain't gonna tell me shit. No Munchie, I'm not. And if you've got something to say it. Don't play all this guessing. You know what? Drop the link for Ray Ray, Amy.
Well, Jen, you know what? The thing is I do it late at night, in the middle of the night, so I can, like, it's more or less like I'm kind of cleaning out my phone, because I hit delete then. As soon as I play it, I hit delete. So I'm kind of cleaning out my phone in the middle of the night. Just getting rid of it. Hi, Engine Joe. When was that? What do you mean? People from 45 minutes ago. I'm lost. Every time me and Engine Joe were always fucking lost. I think you use talk to text and you end up behind on the audio. I've done that before, man. I really have. I caused a scene in a room one time. I thought everybody was calling me Frog. But there was really frogs. I just think Sharon is crazy to be not grateful for friends that support her. And instead, she acts like she, owns them. It's a shame. People should be thankful. Yeah, I mean, in actuality, I still think if she needed Sunshine as, like her friend or to talk to or something, Sunshine. Oh my god, I said Sunshine? Swiss Miss, I mean. Sunshine. I don't even know why I said that. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Boom, boom, boom. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. I know, I know, I know, I know. Yodelay-ho, yodelay-ho. Swiss Miss Instant Cocoa. That's a mashup. I think it's a mashup. I know, I know, I know, I know. Yodelay-ho, 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 yodelay-ho. Swiss Miss Instant Cocoa. I give myself a B. You know you're in a new live stream now, right, Injun Joe? I felt bad. These people were foreign, and the only word that I recognized was frog. Frogs. Frog. Whatever. And I was behind, like, on the screen, too. Not just the audio, but the screen, too. And so they were all of a sudden, they're talking in another language. Obviously, they were trying to hide, trying to hide how they were, you know, calling me a frog. They really weren't, though. But I got blocked, apparently for being paranoid. I am not a frog. I'm a woman. Well, don't do that anymore, Engine Joe. Yes, but for a mashup was pretty good, right? The I know, and the mashup of the Yo-Leiho with the I know, and the Sunshine, Yodel, Swiss Miss. Come on now. For originality, that's fucking pretty damn good. With more work, it could be not a box office hit. Alright, let's see who I'm doing commentary on.
Yeah, say it, Ray Ray, say it. So the fact that people beating around the bush. Just say what you got.
I like it when people beat around the bush. My apologies. Trigger warning, I'm stupid.
Oh, Munchie, I am such a hot mess. And don't come in a sock account. Come in with your real account. So how does she know that's a sock account? If I've ever stopped talking to someone because they said hello to someone, get out of here. Munchie, you're exactly right. I came right to you and said, Munchie, I'm mad.
So they were mad that Munchie said hello. And at the end of the day, Munchie got scared back into submission by Christine F. And Aussie Amy was like, kind of like Rick James on Dave Chappelle when Charlie Murphy, and Rick James was like, of course I didn't put my dirty feet out over Eddie Murphy's couch. Yeah, I put my feet out over Eddie Murphy's couch. He can get a new couch. Like, kind of the same thing, like, she did tell Munchie.
Right, but I can't get mad. You can get mad.
Yeah, fuck your couch.
Right. Okay, you know what? You're a reason why I stopped talking to them. 5, 4, 3, 2.
20.
I'm sick of it.
Look at him counting down. It'd be cool if she did the countdown and then ripped a fart and said, that's what I think about that.
People beat around the bush. If you got something to say to me, have the guts to say it to me. Bye-bye. Please let me know who the hell you are.
How can they say it? You basically just blocked them. Big bad bitches, these ones are, aren't they?
I'm so proud. Take 300 seconds to think about what you have to say. I'm saying playing. I've got to like some guessing game. If you've got something to ask me or say to me, come in your real account, for starters. Come in your real account.
What's their... Now, I've seen that account way around. I think that is their real account. I mean, no lie. At first I thought, what's this, a fucking troll account of my daughter? You know what I mean? But it's not. So, I've seen it around. Never seen it in your room for you to be that angry. Like, you were fucking, like, going off on it. I think you guys are friends. I think it was staged. bad acting. And I bet you're pissed at your friend Christine for blocking them. You didn't get to do the big bad bitch scene as long as you would like to. Whatever. Karayan, why the anga? What's their real account? How do you know it's not Ray Ray?
Elmer, I'll read it to you. She wrote a comment to me that said exactly, Christine is 100% not happy with me setting explanation or becoming friends with Crystal again.
Can you believe that's how... Now, they say I rage. Like, nobody even knows what Ray Ray said, because they got blocked and their comments got deleted. To get, like, you know, fucking Amy in the fucking rage mode there, right? But we know why Christine was mad at Munchie, so apparently she bullied her into submission, because now Munchie doesn't like me. So, not like they ever did. But that's okay.
Christine isn't going to cut me off because of it. And I'm not. We can have a disagreement and go past it. That's your choice. If you like Munchie enough to look past that, then...
Now, right here, it sounds like Amy can't look past it, though. See, Amy's got an issue with it.
It's your choice, but if people don't really care for a person anyway, and morally don't agree with what they're doing.
So, right there, Amy's saying she doesn't care for Munchie anyway.
Then I have every right not to. You have every right.
Oh, so you gave her a hard time. So that's what it was. Ray was saying you're not going to talk to Munchie, but then Munchie got to stay in there. So, but Ray got timed out. I really don't even know. Like, I think you should simmer down. You mean you gave Munchie a hard time? You're a fucking idiot. Look at yourself. You're a fucking weirdo, lady. How old are you, man?
Yes, many times. Many times. I don't tell anyone who they can and can't forgive and talk to. And I don't expect people to be telling me who I can and can't talk to.
I know. Go take your fucking dog out, man, lady.
Donate to a family.
Go take your fucking dog out, man. Bitch.
Big difference between enabling someone and helping someone.
Yeah. It's what you say is enabling and what you say is a helping. I say it's none of your business.
Will be if a drug addict says, as they're nodding out on a live stream, oh yeah, I'm just really tired, I haven't slept. And then the people in the chat are going, oh yeah, you're so tired, you need sleep. No, she's not tired. She's had too much drugs and she's nodding out. That is called enabling. So if you're making excuses for the person's behaviour, then you are enabling them. If you are lying to yourself...
What was Munchie doing when they donated $50 to me? Enabling me to have cancer? Amy?
And others to minimize the consequences of the person's behaviour, you are enabling them. If you are providing financial support that directly enables their addiction, you are enabling them.
So, are you?
Ignoring the person's problematic behaviour, you are enabling them.
You're problematic.
If you are boundaries, and if you are putting another person's needs before your own, then you are enabling.
You're an idiot. Who does she think she is?
When you're being told, you're not looking at the camera, what are you looking at? I'm looking at the chat on my tab.
Who said you're not looking at the camera? Who says that to them? I never see these people get bullied. Ever. Not that they should. But I don't know what they're talking about. So funny.
So I wanted to put out, and forms of helping someone is maybe taking them for a bite to eat and talking about. Listen, lady, maybe that's the form you help somebody. What does it fucking matter to you? Is it coming out of your fucking pocket, you jealous bitch?
Could you imagine somebody you don't even know being like, I'll help you, I'll take you out for a bite to eat? Creepy.
From the time that they got clean. Like, it's actually talking about their addiction and not minimizing it or.
Then they get called, what, a victim mentality? Or they love having cancer so they can be the victim? Or they love having this so they can be a victim? I mean, come on now, Amy.
You know, I'm so sick of people saying, you must be really tired, you need some sleep, get some sleep. No. That ain't the case. So according to you, nobody can be tired, huh? You think you know when people are tired or whatever? Yeah, it's on a doghouse, yeah, they would hear. Grandma, if you don't want to answer, don't. But is everything going okay? Is that vid still affecting your daughter? That what? What you don't want to answer, don't. But is everything going okay? Is that vid still affecting your daughter? Oh yeah, the vid ain't nothing to. Bloody. The what? Look, everybody tells me, yeah, it's bad. But everybody tells me, oh my God, you go every 60 days and get a booster. I sure do, and that's my choice to get.
Who says that to her? I don't see anybody saying that to her.
What? Not exactly, Jana Maxie. Survivor. Unbreakable. Maybe she's showing me that with the bandana. Okay. Bandana, rocking that bloody bandana. I was just saying before, I felt, Alabama. I felt shit out. I felt like I'd been run over by a truck when the everything's going on. That. And it leaves our borders open. Because we're vulnerable. We're very vulnerable. Okay? Picking up what I'm putting down? We got a big set of Kayons out there. Now listen, it goes to me. You know, with everything going on over in, Israel and everything that's going on. Somehow it comes back to me. Say buzzwords that'll get me canceled, okay? You guys know what I'm talking about. It's not a good situation. It's just not good. It's not good overall.
Don't know if you guys are still listening. Maybe sometimes when Cindy plays the commentary, maybe she'll play the full thing.
Nope, it's not. And then I see, okay, Ben Shapiro, who is a Jewish conservative. Okay, I know Ben Shapiro, yeah. I like Ben Shapiro. Yeah, okay. Ben Shapiro is on the same level as Candace Owens.
I don't know Candace Owens.
And, I'm gonna check this people out. I'm gonna write down. Okay, go ahead. Candace Owens. Oh, I'll send you all of them. Tucker Carlson, he's got canceled from Fox News. This girl actually wants to fucking. On the same level, okay?
Now, all I did was share a video I liked.
Yeah, I see Rhetoric posted that somebody who is of the Jewish faith really likes him on one level because he's Jewish. Never heard of him before, right?
Never said I liked him because he was Jewish.
And then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, you gotta cancel Trump. Well, wait, what? Huh? Say what? It's like an oxymoron right there. What are you talking about? Huh? I don't like Trump. I understand it. My mother and I have had this conversation. Okay? Yeah. I understand that. Now, douchebag, you just said I like Ben Shapiro because he's Jewish. Did you hear it yourself? You fucking weirdo. Political party-wise, I do not. I'm an independent. I've always been an independent. I vote for what's right at the time, okay? You understand that?
Apparently, though, I can't make an independent statement like, I like this person and I don't like this person.
This is my stance on this for 1 second because I have to say this, and I hope you guys understand. There's an election coming up. There's election years in a lot of people's towns, cities, okay, for local government. And I hate to say it, but like this leftist liberal movement right now is not what it used to be. It's not what it used to be. Wow. Not even close. Not even close. I used to be very liberal leftist, but it is so not there.
You just said you're not political, though.
The borders need to be closed. The threats need to be contained. much, yes. Because I realized how stupid it was in my case. Well, it's not stupid, but it isn't my opinion. It leaves you open for a lot of subjectiveness. Yeah, and it seems...
It leaves you open for a lot of subjectiveness. A lot of shit. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really was, I'm passionate about history and I'm passionate about politics, but I saw a travesty in our country. And even though I still deep, deep, deep inside, no, okay, I still on the outside want to convey and feel like my vote counts, but I watched a travesty. Hi, Doodlebug. I mean, I saw proof that all those people who put all that time and effort into working on these volunteering as camp, and holding signs, and the people who took time off from their day job, from their job or whatever, from their day to go vote and felt proud wearing their stickers. I cried because I watched, man, just disgustingness.
Be left open for a lot of people to interpret things not as they were presented. Correct. Yeah, yeah. Interpretation and twist it around and all this other stuff, right? And I see, I hear, oh, I like Mitch Shapiro. He's Jewish, I'm Jewish. Wow. Oh, this rhetoric that Trump is doing.
Can you assure me that any of them are real people anymore and they're not AI? I mean, the fact of the matter is, just in my opinion, he who has the most money wins. Gross, isn't it, Doodlebug? Isn't it fucking gross? You know what? You know what? What if, we all kept, really being afraid of this, how they wanted to replicate the God theory, like, or whatever, you know what I mean? But what if that's what it is? If what it is replacing people's thoughts that Oh my God. Could we always have been, everything have just been fake? Like, when do we now? I feel like, here's what I feel like, that I refuse to believe that everything that I lived through was fake. That the real Bon Scott wasn't the real Bon Scott. But I sure as hell believe that in the future they could make Bon Scott live forever. And there's eternal life. There's eternal life right there, right? Mm-hmm. You got your eternal life. That's it. You're not living, though. But, you know, you don't die. And I feel like in no way would somewhere without feelings be heaven. It just wouldn't. So I truly believe that we are the last, not the last one, but we're in the last time. Like, if you had something that, you had this much time to take care of it before everybody with that knowledge is gonna fucking die, and they're not gonna be able to say to these next ones, these people aren't real. These people aren't real. They died. Then there's gonna be nobody there. And all this time, that whole fucking fluke of you can be disgusting because God, if you say, Jesus, I accept this, what it really means is, here's your eternal life. No feelings, but here you are. Now, on the flip side, there is a real soul, a real spirit, a real electrical energy that has to go somewhere. But we don't know where it goes. But in our body, definitely, there's good cells and then you get bad cells in there. And I'm saying there's a huge, bigger picture. But to allow an algorithm to determine the future of the world is a big mistake. We cannot continue to think that somebody who is meek, gentle, and kind, you don't have to be evil. You just have to be tactical, not manipulative, tactical. The algorithm has no feelings either, but it generates money. Not for us, for them, which on the flip side gets more attention to the right message. So by thumbing, a thumbs up, an encouraging comment, not just to me, but really put yourself out there and be prepared to die on your feet. But I really say, don't live on your knees. You might die on your feet for the future of your grandkids, but if you live on your knees and die on your knees, that's because, that's it, it's done. Here's another little thought. I feel like for people who really want to make a difference, and they even know that they're just one person in the world, but hey, the World Wide Web, it gives us a great, okay, say that this is true, this is a fact. Spiders don't get caught in their own webs because their feet secrete an oil, okay? So I'm pretty sure that say there was, let's just put like, some human personality to the bugs, right? And you see you're a bug, and you see your loved one, another bug, stuck in the web. Now, if you're informed, then you know that it's oil that makes it possible. So, you might think of that and save your loved one and save some more out of that web, right? I mean, there's always a way. It's too many times that you hear, you're one person, it's not going to make a difference. And then you hear one person can make a difference, and so tell me about this Bon Scott thing. I'll be back. That's terrible, huh? They won't have any real actors or musicians or nothing soon. Makes you wonder, like, what is it for anyway? Is it for, like, is the main reason for us to question reality? Here's the thing, though. Wasn't it a while ago they had a Nat King Cole and Natalie Cole singing with each other? Unforgettable, that's what you are. And Elvis, and then they had the holograms too. They've been doing this for so long, and we all just kind of sat there. You know why? Because they made regular life so hard that we wouldn't be able to focus on what what other things were going on. They made regular life so hard. I mean, like, sitting there, and it's always been scary. In all the movies, remember Time Machine? With the slee stacks? Was that in the Time Machine? Or was that Land of the Lost? Well, you remember them, though, right? Anyway, you look at it. Anytime they ever portrayed the future, it has been scary. They never, ever, ever portrayed it like good. I feel like, say, somebody was trying to stop poachers, right, of elephants. No, but how horrible for them to do that. You know what I mean? As Dorothy, like, so they made him a girly boy. That was one of his silly things he was saying. We don't need the girly boys. We're not like the girly boys. Like, okay, dude. Like, but here's another thing. I think that he kind of snuck in as running as a Republican and getting, but really being, I feel like there's no way a Democratic family such as the Kennedys or the Shrivers are going to be like, yeah, you can marry a Republican. You know what I mean? But, uh, oh, one of my friends had said, like, the mind accepts the things that we see. I'll believe it when I see it kind of stuff. It's almost natural that once you see it, you believe it. And that's why that whole Malaysia thing, I would still be, if that was somebody that was in my family on that flight, I'd be like, no, wait a minute. There was always black boxes. Growing up, there was always black boxes. Now they're just like, oh, hey, it can just disappear. Oh, hey, somebody can learn how to fly a plane from home. Oh, hey, if you're trying to hide from a guy or a girl who's been stalking you, we're going to still put your address out there and sell it. You know? It's like, fuck that shit. You know, for the longest time, I was saying to myself, could that really be Maxine Lapidus, right? Crystal Love. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? Crystal Love. Started as Crystal Banafi. Now, I could see anyone could be, like laid up. She said she was laid up or something, injured, and so she was watching YouTube. Because we gotta be for real. This lady was pretty fucking obsessed with me. Okay? Sorry. Was. Yep. Now, when I said, said allegedly that was her, she comes out with, yeah, and called my work. Now, I never called your work, lady. Ever, ever, ever. But are you admitting right there that you are Maxine Lapidus? By saying, yeah, and look me up and call my work. So you're admitting. So I've had, like, my suspicions and stuff, even though everything you say, you sound just like her, everything fits in. And here's my dilemma with you, bitch, is were you did you like play a significant role in your desperation for, trying to have some kind of an idea to try to, pitch? I don't know. But see, you're not funny. So if you wrote a book based on your fucking slanderous mouth, and you have any characters that are similar to me, you can go fuck yourself. Well, then Crystal has to pay us, or Maxine, because she said herself, yeah, and she needed us. So I bet you we're the only community that some stupid woman that, basically got, Emmys from nepotism, um, desperately needed this community that everybody says is so broken, needed this community, which really is so connected. Probably more of a community than most, because we've been through a lot together. You know, I've seen people even say they've never seen any community like ours. Well, good, obviously. That's why we're the subject of a book. And so, well, she's very cringe. Right. But she, you know, I mean, we're probably the best thing about her. But for some reason, she does, you know, appeal to the, where usually I'm like, fuck civil cases. We get criminal cases. But, you know, Maxine, you're so fucking arrogant. You're so arrogant. You're so fucking arrogant. You bragging bitch motherfucker. Like, what did you do? You came into this community thinking everyone was a drug addict? Is that what you thought? You didn't think that some of us might have just, like, fell into the community the same way you did? We were just watching, maybe looked for abandoned stuff, or who knows? But I feel like you literally thought you were going to stir some shit with some fucking stock accounts, because I think that you're so schizophrenic. You really are like, this is, now I'm in this character, now I'm in this character, look, I've been doing this character. You really think you're the characters that you run around stirring up trouble with by now. That's why you can't leave, because you're hooked on your personas. We don't need you, you need us. I mean, not, you don't need us for money. Yeah, absolutely, Jen. The one now, but she could have been before. I really think she was Janice Dickinson. I guess it would make more sense that somebody in that kind of business would come up with the name of Janice Dickinson. I can't think of anybody in this community that would be Janice Dickinson. And I feel like she actually had people who helped her do it too, you know, because she needed to cause strife in order to make her book interesting. What would she write a book about if there was no drama? The bitch caused the drama so she could write the book. I don't even know. The thing is her shorts are the same as what fucking Crystal's used to be, showing some stretched out used clothing bought from these fucking, you know, secondhand sites. Sure, she might have paid a couple $100 for them, but the bottom line is, who fucking cares? You basically, Maxine, admitted that you wanted to write a book, and you are the most logical person who would cause strife, and in different personas too. And actually convince yourself that you're talented. All the fighting that you caused, you were thinking, like, wow, you must get another Emmy for this. You should go fuck yourself, Crystal. You're stupid. Yeah. Yeah, threatened to get my dog taken away. But the thing is, Crystal, when I accused you of being Maxine, and you said, yeah, and you called my bosses, which I didn't, but you admitted right there that you are them. You said the other day you were writing a book, you came across Tom's channel because you were laid up, and then it would only make sense. You are the one with the most to gain for being all these fucking stock accounts everywhere. Yeah, she's the one who pretended, who counted her money and acted like she was coming with $10,000 to take Roscoe away. She's also the one who raised $2.4 million, $1.9 million. For what? What are you raising that money for? Where's that going, Maxine? What are you using that money for? I don't see you doing any kind of charitable. I see you harassing people. That's what I see. And I have it all recorded. I think you'll look like a fucking fool, Maxine. I just think they should all just stop talking. Because you know what? You can write your fucking book, Maxine. I don't care. I only care if you think you're going to put me in a bad light. Because there's nothing about me for you to do that to. That's where my issue comes in. I think I do a really good job of exposing these people. My opinion.
Trump is doing, no. I think that everybody needs to be behind somebody that actually stands for their convictions.
Wow.
Absolutely. And conviction is something that people need to study on again. Yeah. Conviction is, absolute. It's absolute. If you have anything with conviction, I have confidence come in. It's not, whether I agree or not. Yeah.
So I have to stand by my convictions. Well, me saying I don't like somebody, as in like Trump, or that I like Shapiro, and that I just like his, I don't like everything that he says, but I do like, the way he comes across in certain situations.
And conviction, and maybe I'll give you a second of my time.
Yeah, well, I don't like Trump. That's conviction.
What you're talking about, then you're just saying what everybody wants to hear. So you
oh, sure. Evidently, I'm not. Because why are you guys talking about it?
And I follow a lot of channels that have rhetoric that goes on, like in their channels. They've all gotten demonetized. They've all gotten demonetized because they're speaking truth about what's going on in the culture. And I'm not a political person. I've never been a political person. My mom was.
See, if you're not a political person and you've never been a political person, then why are you talking about it? Is it to harass me?
Oh, but you think you get to
fucking
knock me? We do that in the salon too. You know what? Here's the thing. At the end of the day, some of us also need to realize that is incredibly impacting the way that things are going in the future of the world. You know.
Good night, Doodlebug. Night, Doodlebug.
Ignorant them saying on one hand, oh, I support this person because they're Jewish and I'm Jewish.
That's not what I said, you fucking skank.
Then you're contradicting your own self.
She said, I'm impacting the world because I like Trump. I mean, I don't like Trump. And I mean, sure, he said a few things. I mean, but not grab the pussy stuff. Sorry if she likes that kind of stuff. That's her. She's entitled to her own opinion. She likes that. No, anyway.
Who just requested a cash app? Who got a better lie to come up with in breast cancer?
See? I already played that one. Right? So stupid. It's so stupid, isn't it? So stupid. I'm cleaning out my videos. Alright, let's see what this one is.
It has a breaking point, and it's like, I've stayed quiet for how long?
Oh my
like, God. I don't go live every day. Like, I have a job, I have a daughter to take care of. I have plenty of things to do.
No, I'm sorry, I know some people don't think that Janelle is pretty. I think Janelle is pretty.
Okay. I mainly try to come on here because I enjoy chatting with, the ones of you that I've grown close to. You get what I'm saying?
So do other people.
That's a lot of the reason why I still come on here and do this.
So do other people.
But at the end of the day, I just come on here. This was supposed to be like my fun, my escape, my
I get it.
Away, maybe try to help somebody, like.
By calling them meth G. God forbid if I was on meth. She would call me meth G.
I wanted this to be something.
By calling them meth G?
For someone else too. And then when you have to sit here and deal with all this drama, it's like, it's sad. It's like, is it worth it? But then you think about that one person that you might be able to reach and help. And that's what keeps you going.
But what if I was on meth? Or what if I did have such mental illness as they speak of?
I would have done left this crap hole a long time ago.
Wow.
Hey, Jax, how are you?
Wow. We're crap holes.
Well, it's obvious. No matter where you go or what you do in life, I've always told my kids this. No matter where you go, no matter what you do in life, there's going to be people that either you don't like.
Oh, I read up on Battle Creek, Michigan. It is so Aryan. And then you should call them meth heads.
It's just a fact of life. You don't even have to do nothing to the person. It's human nature.
Like, it isn't. Really.
You're human nature. Eve sinned, everything changed.
Oh, God.
That's why we have free will. Like, best believe, if God wanted to force us to follow him, he surely could.
Wow.
But he wants, the reason that he doesn't do that is because...
Now that doesn't make sense.
He wants to be known as a loving God, and he wants people to choose him. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like...
So are you saying that you're not choosing him, or that you are? I don't know.
So you don't get to sin. Yes, so you don't get to sin, and then be forgiven that you didn't choose to follow him. Do you understand? Rash God, he just wants us to make right decisions because he made the greatest sacrifice for us, giving us the chance of eternal life in heaven. Like, he gave his son, his only son.
He didn't give him to do that. He thought, well, maybe if I put my son here, maybe they won't beat him up. Maybe they'll listen to him.
So, if he can give his only son to save us, like... Jesus means son of man. Are you saying that God was a man? You get what
And not for nothing, but Caesar was calling himself a god as well.
I'm saying? Who am I to... Like I said, that's why I'll never stop speaking on my face no matter what. I don't care if I cuss. I don't care if I smoke. Seventh day Adventist, okay? I'm not perfect. I break probably a couple commandments every day. I don't know.
Except I
don't take God's name in vain. That's one
She does, Ben. She does.
thing I do not do. I don't mess with sorcery, witchcraft, stuff like that. Murder, obviously. See, I don't even know all the 10 commandments. My heart's pink. Oh my gosh, it's good to see you. It's been a while.
A while?
How are you doing? One of them is thou shalt not kill, by the way. Crucifixion is murder. So, yeah. Well, thank you, Pink. I don't think I've dressed up, but I just wore... Because, see, look, these eyelashes, I got them to go with the angel outfit I wore when I took... The fakeness of your eyelashes to go with the fakeness of you. My son trick-or-treating. I also got some, like, blingy face gems. Like, I'm gonna probably save these lashes and do a look one night and use the face gems. Like, maybe I'll do it live or something. That would be fun. But other than that, I'm just... Oh, yeah, I thought you had a life. I'm just regular. Just kidding. I did my quick, rant. That's why I like to wear lashes, because I feel like,
God's lashes weren't enough for me.
Highlighter in the bronzer and blood.
I didn't have faith in God's lashes to keep the dust out.
Cheeks, a little bit.
I'm being facetious, by the way. Just so people know. More late night commentary? I mean, it's just late night. Plus, I'm cleaning out my phone. Good night, Jen. Love ya. Checking to see if there's anything worthwhile here. Okay, so this never happened.
Okay, I'm just listening to this bitch. She's all fired up. About, oh, they're mad because we're pretty. I didn't continue to say that, but you're stuck on that. For some reason, you're just freaking stuck on it. And then want to tell me to smile real big. But then said, oh, but I'm not going to be mean like that.
Who did that to her? I don't remember anybody doing that to her. Maybe because I just don't watch everything.
That doesn't even make sense. So did she say it? Or she didn't say it? You're a dumb bitch. Okay? Yes, you are. You are a dumb...
I don't even know who she's talking about, first of all.
Miss Romanian Catholic? Yeah. Really?
Oh.
You're out of your fucking mind right now, you stupid bitch. And even a Roman Catholic is not going to play with cards or do any of the things or believe in that. I'm sorry. Not sorry. So who's a hypocrite? I wonder. I don't know. Maybe the girl with the Hitler tattoos?
Crazy, they go to the people's religions and stuff.
Now, why can't you pay your child support, but you can buy fucking weed? And I usually don't like to say too much because all this is going to do is they're going to take it and run with it and be like, oh, she's talking crap about us. Well, you are. Oh. Yeah, I am. Because you won't leave me alone and stop talking about me. I think people do leave you alone. I don't have time to fucking troll you. Nobody talks that much. I clearly came over and left 2 comments. One.
See? So she had gone there, apparently.
Well, saying, I don't have a swastika tattoo because I do not. And second, I made one to you. Okay? Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. And that was it. Other than that, I At what point did you think you were all big and bad here? I'm so confused. At the time of day. Okay? And I was going to comment on, e-beggar, she-beggars, whatever the e-baby, whatever you want to call it. Are you listening to yourself?
All these names calling.
My God, you're a fucking out-of-control bitch. Oh, sure, whatever. I was going to comment on that fake Christian video, but I decided not to, because it's just giving them attention. I know I'm giving attention right now, but I don't come on live every day. I don't make crazy community posts all day, every day.
That's the second time she said that, and she does come on.
Speaking my truth or whatever, but I don't have to make multiple. Your friend Sharon does. I find that odd and bizarre. So Sharon, she finds you odd and bizarre, and you too, Jules, by the way.
Why does that?
Yeah, right? They're actually, when I went to church today, one of the verses posted literally straight up said, not to mess with witchcraft. What in it? And like I said, people that say, oh, I'm white, because like...
Who is messing with witchcraft?
They say that white is good light magic, and black is the dark magic. It's all the same, okay? Go ahead and get mad about that, but it's all the same. All the same. What is it you practice? All of the devil. So have fun with that. Now I see why Lou knows so much about what devil worshippers believe. Because isn't she the one who said that they believe they are their own god?
No, she said it.
No, you did. That's crazy. No, you did. You fucking said it, you dumb bitch. You said it.
She did. It's not recording.
You said it. Crazy. And then to know so much about the, all the, what do you call it, the white supremacy terms. Oh my God, this fucking hypocrite with her fucking Nazi tattoos. Like, literally never heard of a lot of those things in my entire life.
She grew up in a very Aryan area.
And not only that, I find it funny too that they'll sit there and complain like, oh, you talk about me, but then have me blocked, so I can't even come defend myself. But then you want to talk crap, okay? And then the person comes and defends themselves, and then you want to be like, stay off my...
That doesn't even make sense. So basically, yes, the person is blocked and can't come defend themselves, but you can. You go defend yourself, and...
Well, that doesn't even make sense what you just said. So you're not blocked.
but others are in order to defend themselves. So you disrespect that and talk smack.
My fucking name, and I would stay off your stupid little fucking page. That sucks.
She's so encouraging.
And I'm sorry, but if any jewelry sucks, it's fucking lose. Okay?
Wow.
I don't even think she makes that shit. I think she literally just fucking... I mean, she admitted she found the one on the ground, and then...
Wow. Alright, I don't know how much of a dumb bitch you really are. It's so mean, though. But I'm gonna tell you. What are you talking about? If anybody's jewelry sucks, it's loose. What does anything of any of this have to do with your your ass? Who the fuck do you think you are?
I act like she can make another one. You can't make this shit up.
But you are.
It's like dealing with... Let's put it this way. So back when I was a CNA, like, a lot of the dementia patients were pretty much, it was very hard to take care of them, but I tried, like, you know,
I feel so sorry for those patients.
I tried, but that's what I did, because I have a heart for stuff like that. So if I'm saying I have a heart for stuff like that,
you don't,
and I can't get along with you, then I feel like you should understand maybe you have a problem.
Wow. 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 You just said, and your jewelry sucks, and you found jewelry on the ground. But if she can't get along with you... You just said that, basically, you know, she's blocked, she can't come defend herself. You weren't, but you went over there. Anyway, guys. I'm going to end with a story. Okay? I'm ending with a story, guys. It's called Teddy and Mrs. Thompson. Jean Thompson stood in front of her 5th grade class on the very first day of school in the fall and told the children a lie. Like most teachers, she looked at her pupils and said that she loved them all the same, that she would treat them all alike. And that was impossible, because there, in front of her, slumped in his seat on the third row, was a little boy named Teddy Stoddard. Mrs. Thompson had watched Teddy the year before and noticed he didn't play well with the other kids, and that his clothes were unkempt, and that he constantly needed a bath, and Teddy wasn't pleasant. It got to the point during the first few months that she would actually take delight in marking his papers with a broad red pen, making bold X's, and then marking the F at the top of the paper, biggest of all. Because Teddy was a sullen little boy, no one else seemed to enjoy him either. At the school where Mrs. Thompson taught, she was required to review each child's records, and she put Teddy's off until last. When she opened his file, she was in for a surprise. His first grade teacher wrote, "Teddy is a bright, inquisitive child with a ready laugh. He does his work neatly and has good manners. He is a joy to be around." His second grade teacher wrote, "Teddy is an excellent student, well liked by his classmates, but he is troubled because his mother has a terminal illness and life at home must be a struggle." His third grade teacher wrote, "Teddy continues to work hard, but his mother's death has been hard on him. He tries to do his best, but his father doesn't show much interest, and his home life will soon affect him if some steps aren't taken." Teddy's fourth grade teacher wrote, "Teddy is withdrawn and doesn't show much interest in school. He doesn't have many friends and sometimes sleeps in class. He is tardy and could become a problem." By now, Mrs. Thompson realized the problem, but Christmas was coming fast. It was all she could do, with the school play and all, until the day before the holidays began, and she was suddenly forced to focus on Teddy Stoddard. Her children brought her presents, all in beautiful ribbons and bright paper, except for Teddy's. His was clumsily wrapped in the heavy brown paper of a scissored grocery bag. Mrs. Thompson took pains to open it in the middle of the other to open it in the middle of the other presents. Some of the children started to laugh when she found a rhinestone bracelet with some of the stones missing, and a bottle that was 1/4 full of cologne. She stifled the children's laughter when she exclaimed how pretty the bracelet was, putting it on, and dabbing some of the perfume behind her wrist. Teddy Stoddard stayed behind, just long enough to say, "Mrs. Thompson, today you smell just like my mom used to." After the children left, she cried for at least an hour. On that very day, she quit teaching reading and writing and speaking. Instead, she began to teach children. Jean Thompson paid particular attention to one they all called Teddy. As she worked with him, his mind seemed to come alive. The more she encouraged him, the faster he responded. One day, on days there would be an important test, Mrs. Thompson would remember that cologne. By the end of the year, he had become one of the smartest children in the class. And, well, he had become the pet of the teacher who had once vowed to love all her children exactly the same. A year later, she found a note under her door from Teddy, telling her that of all the teachers he'd had in elementary school, she was her favorite. 6 years went by before she got another note from Teddy. He then wrote that he had finished high school, third in his class, and she was still his favorite teacher of all time. 4 years after that, she got another letter. Hi, Mr. Tim, saying that while things had been tough at times, he'd stayed in school, had stuck with it, and would graduate from college with the highest of honors. He assured Mrs. Thompson she was still his favorite teacher. Then 4 more years passed, and another letter came. This time he explained that after he got his bachelor's degree, he decided to go a little further. The letter explained that she was still his favorite teacher, but now his name was a little longer. The letter was signed Theodore F. Stoddard, M.D. The story doesn't end there. You see, there was yet another letter that spring. Teddy said he'd met this girl and was to be married. He explained that his father had died a couple of years ago, and he was wondering if Mrs. Thompson might agree to sit in the pew usually reserved for the mother of the groom. On that special day, Jean Thompson wore that bracelet, the one with the rhinestones missing. And on that special day, Jean Thompson smelled the way Teddy remembered his mother smelling on their last Christmas together. They hugged each other, and Dr. Stoddard whispered in Mrs. Thompson's ear, "Thank you, Mrs. Thompson, for believing in me." Thank you for making me feel important and showing me that I could make a difference. Mrs. Thompson, with tears in her eyes, whispered back. She said, "Teddy, you have it all wrong. You were the one who taught me that I could make a difference. I didn't know how to teach until I met you." The moral: you can never tell what type of impact you may make on another's life by your actions or lack of action. Consider this fact in your venture through life. Anyway, good morning, Mr. Tim, mwah, and good night. And with that, kindness is free, encouragement means everything. And have a wonderful day. Peace, love, and talk.